Hey, girlfriend. So I wanted to talk to you in this video today because there's a lot been going on since the last time I posted a video, and I just wanted to share with you what's been going on lately. The last video I did, I posted about me being a caregiver to my mother-in-law who's in dementia. And if you're if you're in this situation, oh my God, it has been a journey that I never thought would be um, on my path to wellness, to well-being, to staying healthy. And I knew one day, of course, my parents would age, but I didn't. For some reason, I forgot about my husband's parent. So anyway, here we are. So in this video, I just want to be really transparent and vulnerable and open to you about um, what's this been like for me, and maybe you can take something from this video to encourage you, to help you to regain your strength, because it is not it has not been easy. It has not been as easy as I wanted things to be. um, but it's never easy. It's never really easy. So the very first thing that I learned, and I hope that you can take this with you, is that you're not alone. There are so many other women who are going through what you're going through. My early stages of support system started when we first moved my mother-in-law with us. We transferred all of her phone calls from her landline to her cell phone. And as her phone calls came through from friends, from family who didn't know we were bringing her home with us, I got to know them and they got to know me. Because usually when you're married, the only one you really know is your husband's parents, or maybe his brothers and his siblings. Usually anyone outside of that you really don't know. So I didn't know the cousins and um, on both sides of his family. I just didn't know them. So I got to know them and they got to know me and know that I really care about their friend or their relative. So it worked out to my benefit. So I would say having a strong connection, it may start slow, but then it builds, because if they know that you have her best interest at heart, then they're more than likely to be endearing to you or support you as well. Yes, I do watch her on the monitor. Okay. Not all day, but I do, especially when there's someone else in my home. If you love getting your hair done, you love getting your nails done, you love that spa experience, you love going out into the sun, a picnic, you love dining. If you love those things as a young woman, a young lady, 40, 50, 60, when you become a senior, guess what? It's still important to you. It still means something to you. You just don't get to do it like you did it before. So if you, the caregiver, is taking care of someone, and especially someone in dementia, well, they still enjoy those things. If they're able to move around and be mobile, they still like those things. So I took my mother-in-law out to get her nails shaped because they were getting long, and I didn't want her to hurt herself. So I took her out to get her nails done. I made sure at least once a month that I get a professional um, salon visit for her. The person lovingly comes to her house, so we just go back to her house, let her get her hair done. So I make sure that that's in place for her. The quality of life is so important for them. They need to know that they're well loved and well taken care of. And in the beginning, because her family and friends didn't know that my husband and I would take her in, because in all honesty, I didn't even know. I didn't even know. I didn't even know. It was not in our plans. It because we didn't have that really, really close mother-daughter relationship. But in all honesty, if you have a really close relationship with your mother-in-law, hats off to you, honey, because um, if that's her only son or that's her youngest boy, mothers love their boys and they will always be that way. You will never really be good enough. So I had to accept that. So because I accepted that and knew that, I had no intentions of taking her in. But the moment came when my heart moves me to do something. And all honesty, it was who you are is who you are. That's undeniable and unchangeable. So if you are a kind person, you're going to be that way when you get to be older. If you are a person who's sassy, feisty, love to tell everybody off, um, as my mother used to say when I was growing up, Hellcat. If you are that type of person, unfortunately, that is a senior that you're going to get, because who you are is who you are. That's unchangeable. So who you are is who you are. You can't try to change someone. You just can't. No more than you can change yourself. But what you can do is work on yourself so that if you live to be their age, you can work on yourself so that when you get to be their age, you will not be the type of person that you hate to be around or you hate to take care of. So it's really just, I feel just being more mindful of myself now so that when I get to be that age, I'll be a lot better person. Something I feel that's so valuable that I had to recognize that I needed help. I couldn't do this by myself. It was so difficult. Um, I think the most difficult for me was the repetitive nature and the same question over and over and over. It's like, even to this day, she don't understand who I am. She tries to connect the dots of her son being married, but she don't remember her son being married, which is really sad. I have learned to deal with it, um, but I don't think it will ever not bother me because you you forgot me. Oh, everyone in her life, she forgot me, and I'm the one that's taking care of her every day. And I know there are worse things to deal with. In all honesty, I realize that, and I also realize that you know she could completely forget her own son, but she hasn't. But when someone is in a stage where they remember a lot of people, but then you're the one who they don't remember, and you've married to their son for 30 years, it does hurt a little. A little. Not as much as it did before, but it hurts a little. Because you're like, why me? Why me? Why was I, out of everyone, you forgot? Why did you forget me? They told me that she never liked me then. She never, over the 30 years, I thought she did, but she didn't. And I had to deal with that, and I'm still dealing with that. But um, I'm okay because I realize that sometimes I say, when she says, I don't remember you, or why don't I remember you? Um, then I just say, well, it's not important who I am, but how I make you feel. So just remember that. And remember, you have a big support system. I have been reading, I started out reading several books. I started reading this book. This is somebody else's experience, but I love how the style is written, and I just feel like I got into her space. I've been reading this book. to give myself some grace. I'm in a 6-week program for caregivers, and it's called so this program is by Department of Family and Support Services, which is based out of Chicago. So I have been in that program, and it's a 6-week program. So through that program, I've learned how to just give myself some grace, to give myself to recognize everything that I've done, to recognize that I'm doing a good job. Even if I am seeking outside help, I do have someone from an agency to come in and be me during the day, the me that I wish I could. If I could have 3 of me, a me in the morning, a me in the evening, and then a me on the weekends, plus my husband, that would be perfect, because the me could take care of her during the morning and the afternoon, and then another me could take care of her in the evening, and then on the weekends there could be another me here, and then the fourth me could get out with my husband. So if I could duplicate me, but I can't. So um, having someone here has been a big support, and I'm so thankful for organizations that are set up in place to help support you as a caregiver to an aging parent, so you don't have to put them in a nursing home. I want to be your next support system. I want to support you as the woman who's a caregiver to aging parent, to who feel like she's just lost herself in life, taking care of other people, and you need to, or you're a career woman, and you just can't seem to find your way again. If that's you, I want to invite you to a retreat here in Chicago in May 2023. And this retreat is called Ignite Your Inner Chic. And through this retreat, I will help you to come back to being your best self. So through this retreat, you learn how to come back to being your best self, and how to give yourself permission to truly live the life that you deserve to live, and to love yourself, to give yourself the self-care, and just to be your best self, because you only have one time. You have to live life and experience beautiful moments when we can. You have to create experiences, and that's what I'm about now. I'm all about creating experiences for myself, and I want you to be a part of that. So click on the link below. It's a 5-day retreat here in Chicago, and it's for you. And I'm looking forward to having you here in Chicago and hosting you. And if you love food, you love wine, you love beauty, you love decor, you love fine dining, then this is definitely the retreat for you in Chicago. So I look forward to seeing you through the 5 days, but make sure you click on the link and submit your deposit so that you will be ready when this retreat happens in May. So until our next time together, as always, stay beautiful and healthy.